Hey guys, this is Phoebe, and today I'm going to show you a very easy way to make ice cream. This is going to take probably total time about 1 day, but it's really easy and you don't even have to have an ice cream maker, and it turns out just as good as any store-bought ice cream you can buy anywhere. So it tastes just like real ice cream. First of all, over here, got to get this. The recipe I'm using to make this is very simple, and I got it off of foodnetwork.com. So I have to give them credit for this. But like I said, it's very simple. I got some organic half and half from Kroger, and to make about a pint or a quart of ice cream, or maybe, yeah, about a quart is what the recipe says. All you need is one of these, so 1 pint's worth of half and half, which turns out to be 2 cups worth. And then 1 pint of whipping cream, which you only use half of this, and which is 1 cup. And then 1 cup of sugar. I'm using organic sugar. And then probably about, this calls for the actual vanilla bean, but I'm just using vanilla flavoring. You use probably about 2 teaspoons worth to get the perfect taste for vanilla ice cream. That's what I'm making right now. And then if you want to add in like peaches or something, that's what this recipe calls for, to add a peach flavor or something, or banana. You can do that too. But I'm just making plain vanilla ice cream right now. So I take 1 of these, 2 cups worth of half and half. I poured it into here. Unfortunately, I forgot to video when I was actually doing this. But anyway, I have a pot here on the stove. I poured it into here, the half and half, 2 cups worth, and then 1 cup here of the whipping cream into the pan. And then 1 cup's, a little less than 1 cup's worth of sugar, and then about 2 teaspoons worth of vanilla flavoring. I've poured it all in here on the stove, and I'm going to heat it up. Now, I don't have a candy thermometer or anything to see the actual temperature on this mixture. But the recipe says basically all you need to do is to heat it up to the point where it's just barely simmering. And once you start to see bubbles coming to the top, then you want to take it off the burner, because obviously you don't want to burn the mixture. So once that gets heated, you'll have to do the next step, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so now we have this heated enough, and I'm going to take it off the burner now. And what we'll want to do with this is just to let it cool down, I would say most of the way. It's going to be hard to let it cool all the way. But once this cools down most of the way, we're going to pour it into a container. Okay, so our next step is, after we have cooked the mixture and let it cool down, we're going to pour it into this plastic container here. The last mixture I made, I let it sit overnight, but since it's a little earlier in the day, well, actually I'll probably let it sit overnight just because it will be easier to do. I'll let it sit overnight in the refrigerator so it'll be nice and cool, and then tomorrow I'll show you the next steps. Okay, our next step involves a spatula. And that is, we had the mixture in here and let it sit overnight, so it's real nice and cold now. So we're going to pour it into this big glass container, which is not too deep and not too long, so it's about the size we want it to be. And now what we need to do is take this and put it out in the freezer for about 45 minutes, and then we're going to check on it, and we're going to just do the next step, which will be to Okay, this has been in the freezer for about 45 minutes. I don't know if you can tell, but along the edges, it's, maybe if I do it this way, it's gotten frozen along the edges here. So what I need to do is, since it's starting to freeze, I need to make sure, get all the stuff from around the edges, and then just kind of stir it really hard and fast. And break up any of the frozen sections that there may be in there. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I'll bring it up a little closer. You can see it's starting to get thicker now that it's been in the freezer a little bit. So now that I've done that, this is sort of, if you had an ice cream maker, this would be a part of the churning that it would do in the ice cream maker. So that's what we want to do right now. And now we'll need to take it back out to the freezer and put it in there and check it every 30 minutes for about 2.5 to 3 hours, and stir it every 30 minutes for about that long. After about 3 hours, we'll want to transfer it into a sealed container and let it sit in the freezer for about an hour after that. And after that, it will be ready to eat. So we have completed the process, and we have homemade vanilla ice cream, finished product. I'll just show, I don't know if you can see, as I scoop out, it's nice and hardened. Okay, you come over here, and there's a scoop of it right here. Now, it's almost a little too hard. There you go, and